Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot-Forex. So let's go straight to our quick analysis. I hope everyone is doing great, by the way. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button, please. Let's give this video like 100 likes. And that, I think, it will help the channel to grow very nice so that I can keep doing this for you every day, right? So yesterday there was interest rates from the US, and they did not really change the rates, but we are still on the same thing. They will actually continue to look for the events that we receive, and from there they might cut the rates. Actually, that 2 rate cut, it seems to be still coming, but obviously they can't specify. There is this inflation tariff and stuff like that. So that will not really make that easy or for them to cut the rates, but it's understandable. And by saying that, it makes the stock market to bounce back. I think that it's actually some positive stuff that we had actually. So today's Thursday, we also have interest rate from Britain. We'll see. It seems like they're not going to cut the rates, but we saw Britain going up aggressively this week. And another thing is 30 minutes later, unemployment claims from the US are not really going to move the market that much, right? So when we go on the charts here, you can see that our stock market, it's seriously recovering. We saw Tesla on 4%, AMD 2%. This one, what is this one? On 7%, Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, all that. So these are like seriously mega companies or mega tech companies. So obviously it seems like they actually received the news from a Federal Reserve positively. So when we go on the other ones like Bitcoins, it seems like we did not really see much of a move, but we are still on that nice uptrend. Yes, the market did reverse, but if you can check it like this, we can easily see that we are still actually on this nice push to the upside, right? And when we go on Doge, it was still a little bit lower. Let's see silver. Silver, quite similar to gold, it's still pushing to the upside. It is actually going to the upside, right? So USD CHF, the dollar, it's now gaining the momentum since they did not really cut the rates, but we are still on a downtrend here on USD CHF. I'm still waiting for it to reach my resistant area around this level or around here. I think it's where we're gonna find a nice resistant area before we see a nice sell off again, right? So USD ZAR, I think we started with this. The market actually showed us that, you know what, the ZAR, it was quite stronger. South African rand, it was quite stronger, but we are still on this nice uptrend. And if you check this level here, it's actually a nice support area. If we break out of that, I think we will see the market starting to go even lower. But at the moment, it still shows us that it is still holding, but maybe things might change. As we see, if you check nicely, this is actually something like that, but it happens inside our uptrend because we still have this here. It's similar maybe to here. You can say around there was structures like that. So even here we might see something like that happening. The market might start to push up, and we already see that we have a nice smaller push happening. So we'll just have to wait and see. You can see we have a buy pending order there. So GbpJPY, we have interest rates today from GBP. We will see what will happen. It seems like JPY, it's quite stronger there. I think we did have a buy pending order. I no longer remember, but we did smash the market. We were halfway there. You can see the entry was here, but it seems like the market is now reversing. But the overall structure, if you can check this, we were on a very nice downtrend before we got this breakout. So which means we expect the market to continue going up like that. But if you check nicely, I think this is supposed to be around here. Do you see that? This is supposed to be there, not where it was before. So you see this. So I think this is where the market might find that respect. We can see this, it was a previous resistance inside that downtrend. Now this might be a nice retest before going higher. I hope maybe that makes sense. So USD JPY, it was firstly it was trying to go up and trying to break out of this resistance, so which means maybe that was just an adjustment. So we need to redraw our resistance area, because along the way the market will continue to adjust the structures and stuff, and at the end of the day the market might continue with the previous trend, and obviously we can't just let the structures break through everything. And you see, I hope maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. So we can't just draw things like this, things like that, you see, because we can see that this is an overall downtrend. So, or you can just draw it like that and wait and see what will happen after, because it seems like the market was just trying to respect our previous support there, which is going to be the resistance, and then the market might continue. If you draw it like that, it means you might take time to actually take the opportunity here when the market reverses. But maybe that might also help, because you also have to wait for you to buy. You have to wait for the market to be above this resistance structure before the market goes up. So it means we are on a 50-50 structure. You just have to wait and see, and then after it does its thing, it's where you can actually jump in. So EurUsd, we see that the market is still on that nice push to the upside, but it's actually struggling around this level. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising. We saw the market on a rush. The market was like aggressively going up there. So now we reached an area where the market seems to be struggling there. So I'm expecting it to maybe to reach this level, or it might even go even lower and find maybe a support here, or to retest around these levels. I hope maybe that makes sense. So at the moment, it's good to look for those buys, but remember, with this type of aggressive bullish move, the market might do the same thing. The market might come back here just to retest before taking a proper move. I hope maybe that makes sense. Dollar index still trying to reverse here and there, but you can see that no, this thing is struggling. The dollar is not really that strong, but I like the fact that when the dollar is going down like that, it gives room for the rates cuts, even though we still have the tariffs here and there. And I think the market, or this other countries, they still have to digest this thing of tariffs. 2-3 months later, I think we're gonna have some proper moves which are going to react to the actual tariffs. At the moment, they're still kicking in, and we don't really see much of an effect. But already, the effect that we had, it was just coming from the breaking news or the news of tariffs. But going further, we don't really know how will the market take that. It might be positive, it might be negative, or it might be positive for the dollar or for other currencies or some stocks. So that is possible. So now we are on GbpUsd. Remember, we have interest rates later on. So the the structure here is still actually showing us that we are on a very nice uptrend, still expecting the market to go higher. But with this structure here, I think we will end up placing that resistance on top there. But it seems like the market is struggling here. It seems like the market is struggling. Maybe the market wants to reverse to this proper support, or maybe the market might even go lower. We will see what will happen. Remember, with those interest rates that we're going to get from GBP, I don't think they're going to increase the rates. And if they're going to pause them, obviously that might make GBP to be a little bit weaker. Remember yesterday, US did the same. They did not really cut the rates, they paused. So that makes them to be a little bit weaker for now. And it might also be the same on GBP. When they don't increase the rates, it's like a bad thing. The market always wants bigger or lower. If maybe something is the same as before, or maybe if it's not, let's say it's unchanged, it's just the same as lower. or missed. It's like they missed the estimation. So I'm expecting to see an not really aggressive sell, but something like that before we see maybe a nice push to the upside. So when we go straight to gold, I saw gold, it was flying, guys. Gold, it was flying. We did smash this one. We can see that on a daily time frame, this is seriously flying. We can still see the bullish structure still continuing. We had a nice move there. We did smash that. The signal was sent in the group. So it's like the market is trying to create another resistance on top there. So we have to actually check that nicely. Let me just go on a 4-hour time frame. So on a 4-hour time frame, yeah, I see something like that. Sometimes people, they don't really understand that, oh, maybe daily time frame or 4-hour time frame, they think maybe everything's just quite different. No, it's just the same. It's just, if you understand the time frames, you will see that when I'm on a 4-hour time frame or daily, most likely the structures are quite similar, you see. So that's what we see here on 4 hours time frame. I think the market is trying to reverse, which means it might be a potential resistance. Maybe it might come around this area to create something, but I believe maybe the market might actually reach this lower area before going up. I think that is the proper size or proper average. Let's make something. Let's measure this. From this breakout to where we are, let's measure up to this point. You can see that, yeah, that makes sense. Let me push that a little bit up. That is something that I'm actually trying to compare. This average movement there, it might be the same as that. The market is not forced to do that, but mostly the market, yes, does that. So which means there is a chance that maybe the market might actually reach this level before going up. That makes a proper uptrend. But whatever, anything can still happen here. The market might still push the upside. We still have those geopolitics. At least ceasefire happened, but it's not really a complete ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. And yeah, I think geopolitics never stops, guys. We have trade wars and stuff like that. So that is actually the problem. So now we are on US30. As I said, you saw that companies are performing very well here. So most likely, even indices, they will perform very well. I've been talking about the support area there. So we can easily see that, yeah, now that it's actually happening. And this, it's supposed to be a swing trade. It seems like the market will be reaching those levels. I hope you see that. So even on Nasdaq, I think Nasdaq is a bit slower. But at the end of the day, I think we are still going to catch up with this type of a move. I think the market will slowly catch up. And I think we had NVIDIA keynote. I think it was yesterday. Things are still very positive. 2025, 2026, I think they still expect like 500 billion to a trillion worth of, let's say, those AI chips or graphics. Actually, the demand is still very high. It's just that at the moment we have this tariff thing, and it seems like once we focus on other things, we forget about the other ones. But it's not like maybe they're no longer worth it. So just because we're focusing on geopolitics and tariffs, it's like we no longer talk much about AI, right? But it's not like it's gone. It's still here. Once we coming back to our senses, I think we are still gonna talk about AI, and we still use it. We still use it every day, you see. So which means we don't really see it going down, and that is actually going to be positive for these stocks. Nasdaq, S&P 500, all that. So even on S&P 500, we're slowly going up. For those who maybe were thinking twice, I think now it's also a good time to jump in here. So I think the market is just repeating the same similar moves around these levels. Do you see that? So I think maybe this is way proper. So as I don't really want to make this video very long. For those who still want our signal indicator, scan that QR code. You can get it for 50% off from $150. So yeah, thank you very much. Don't forget to smash those likes. Give me 100 likes there, then we'll be keeping updates, like very quick updates on the market. So anyways, thank you very much. This is Kenzo Xtrahot-Forex. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.